The $1 trillion infrastructure proposal comes after 2 rounds of massive stimulus spending to keep the economy afloat during the worst parts of the coronavirus pandemic. That now has some worried about inflation. Local financial professional Tony Drake from Drake & Associates is here with ways to help us understand and prepare for the impact of inflation on our wallets. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
So what do we need to know about the rate of inflation right now?
Boy, inflation's sure been a concern for so many of us. It's really on the rise. This spring, it's up pretty much the highest level we've seen in about 10 years. That's due to a lot of supply chain issues. A lot of manufacturers can't get the materials that they need. When inflation is on the rise, that can take a big hit out of your retirement nest egg.
And so how does that affect everyday purchases? Like, what are people really feeling? What do they notice at the grocery store, for example?
Yeah, I think we're all feeling it. There's lots of areas we can notice it. If you're doing any projects, lumber is incredibly high, over a 400% increase on lumber since the beginning of the pandemic. We're seeing really high car prices. Used cars have jumped up a little over 7%. And boy, if you're home shopping, you're seeing some pretty incredible prices. That's due to a combination of low inventory, just not a lot of homes available. It's also pretty affordable to borrow money. So that's caused home prices to jump over 5%. So if you're out there shopping for these items, you're really feeling the pressure on the wallet.
Those are some of the big things that people are dealing with. Those are bigger picture. But what about to our budget? You know, those things add up over time. How can we prepare our finances for inflation, and what it does to our budget?
Well, a couple things you really want to think about. First and foremost, you want to pay down that debt. If you have high credit card debt, high interest debt, you want to get that paid down. When we think about a budget and we think about rising prices for everyday goods, boy, those credit card payments really make it harder to keep up with inflation. I like the snowball method. That's taking your smallest balance, getting it paid off. Sometimes emotionally that just feels good and gives you some momentum to keep going. I think during these times too, it's easy to fall into this trap of stop, contributing to your retirement accounts. The simplest way to keep up with inflation is to grow those retirement accounts over time. Long term, the return is going to outpace inflation, and that's going to set you up in a really good spot. Understanding your budget is the last process. You really want to know what's going out so we can plan for those rising costs. If you don't know where to start, I have a great budget calculator on my website, wealthwisconsin.com.
All right, wealthwisconsin.com. Tony Drake, great to see you again. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.